Shawn Michaels, WWE, AJ Styles, the Royal Rumble. Should he come back? Shouldn't he come back? Where do I stand on this?
They already know, Simon. It's the title of the video.
That's a good point. Unless the build-up and the tension ruined. Anyway, I'm Simon from WhatCulture, and the big rumour is that Shawn Michaels is coming back at the Royal Rumble to take on AJ Styles. And that is exactly the right move. Why? Here's why. Let's start on an odd note here, but I think it all ties in. A while back, a lot of people asked me, Simon, why wasn't Shawn Michaels in your 10 greatest wrestlers of all time? And the simple fact of it is, as a kid, he just wasn't my guy. When you're a kid, you're really stupid and you just gravitate towards certain people for ridiculous things. It could be the fact they're just wearing a nice hat, and for me, Shawn Michaels wasn't wearing that hat. That doesn't mean he's not one of the best ever, because he absolutely is. In ring, few can match what he's accomplished, and he had great bouts with literally everybody, and I mean literally everybody. Triple H, John Cena, The Undertaker, Mankind, Razor Ramon, Kevin Nash, Hulk Hogan, Stone Cold Steve Austin. If you name them, Shawn Michaels had a good match with them. Apart from The Rock. Shawn Michaels is a wrestling icon, made all the more interesting because of the twist his career took. There's almost two kinds of HBK. You've got the guy before the back injury, and the guy after the back injury, and I think a lot of us would agree that his true legendary status didn't begin until he came back at SummerSlam 2002. It was impressive enough that he was doing all of this with a surgically repaired back, but he was also outperforming almost everybody else on the card. His reputation for flawless matches just grew and grew and grew, and yeah, he wasn't the best at promos, but it doesn't matter, because when your strengths are as strong as Shawn Michaels, those little things, nobody cares. It's for all these reasons and more that he should definitely come back at the Royal Rumble if the rumours are true. I mean, for starters, WWE are holding it at the Alamodrome, which holds 72,000 people. 72,000 people! That's so nuts, I did that thing where I leaned my face into the camera. It's also a tough number to try and hit, and while the Royal Rumble is always going to be a draw in itself, you need dream matches. And what is a bigger dream match for the wrestling fan than AJ Styles versus Shawn Michaels? Goldberg versus Steve Austin maybe? But that ain't happening, and that ain't happening ever. Even if you're out there right now thinking you'd rather Shawn Michaels stay retired, you can't help but be a little bit excited about it, especially when you think about who his opponent is. I don't think it's unfair to say that AJ Styles is the modern day version of Shawn Michaels. He can do everything, and he can do everything consistently well. So imagine if those two butterflies collide in Shawn Michaels' comeback match in front of all of those people who will be going crazy. It'll be one of those moments you cherish forever, and it's one of those moments you can only get from pro wrestling. Everybody was ragging on Daddy Boy Bill when he came back a few weeks ago, and then what did he do? He cut one of the most impassioned promos in ages, and we all loved it. That's the beauty of pro wrestling, and that's the pro wrestling that I love. Sure, you can argue that HBK's return may hurt his legacy. He's probably not as quick as he once was, not as nimble, can't do some of the stuff he used to do, but that's not what this is about. It's not about in-ring performances, it's about the spectacle. It's about the showmanship, and it's about giving us moments that are going to make us feel great. You'd also imagine that AJ Styles wins that match. I mean, it's hard to think of Shawn Michaels coming back and agreeing to lose, but even he must realise what that will do for Styles' career, especially as AJ Styles beat John Cena recently and is now the WWE World Heavyweight Champion. Think about that. Think about a year ago where we were all like, ha! AJ Styles never come into the WWE. Now, we could be a year removed from his debut. He's the champ. He beat John Cena. And he beat Shawn Michaels in his comeback match. We live in mad times. Furthermore, it's yet another reaffirming step that WWE is trying to reignite the Big Four. Are you telling me we're getting Goldberg and Brock Lesnar at Survivor Series and then Shawn Michaels versus AJ Styles at the Rumble? I'm alright with that. I am alright with that indeed, and I don't want people to start forgetting about the stars of today like Kevin Owens and Seth Rollins. You've got to make sure you focus on them too, but all this superstar legendary match stuff is great. It makes me feel enjoyment, and I like to feel enjoyment. So there you have it. We've put it to bed. Shawn Michaels, if you're out there, if you're watching this WhatCulture video and you're still not 100% sure what to do, come back to the WWE, come back to the Raw Rumble, and come back to me, Simon from WhatCulture. I mean, I'm not going to be there, so we're not going to chat, so this is more of a figurative thing. I don't expect we'll see each other or shake hands. Also, I'm a big Bret Hart fan. I don't know if that still causes problems. But all that aside, you're a great professional wrestler. You'd have an amazing match with AJ Styles, and I think your comeback should happen now, and I'm all aboard. Now, don't forget to leave a comment below and let us know what you think about Shawn Michaels' potential return, and then like, share, and subscribe. You can even come follow me on Twitter at SimonMiller316. I'm Simon from WhatCulture, and the next dream match I want to see is The Rock, the Brahma Bull, the most electrifying man in sports entertainment, against James Ellsworth. Book it, WWE, or else.
Taking out Hendry, and now, Crossroads by Cody Rhodes on the WCPW World Champion. And now, the son of the American Dream, staring at his own reflection in the WCPW World Title belt.
This Saturday on an all-new episode of WCPW Loaded, the Kiwi Buzzsaw Travis Banks versus Martin Kirby. After last week's vicious attack, Miss Roxy seeks revenge on Kimberly. And Joseph Connors will defend his WCPW championship against the star that left him in the dust, Cody Rhodes. All this and more Saturday, 8 p.m., 3 p.m. Eastern on WhatCulture Wrestling.